Let's have a quick look around our guitar here, shall we? We have a head and a neck and a body. It's a bit like you and me really. We've got the head, the neck and the body. No arms and legs or anything else like that. On the head we've got 6 pegs, 1 for each string, 1 to tune each string. And what the pegs do is they tighten and loosen the strings to get the strings in tune. Tuning the guitar is a skill, and it's probably best left to your teacher or somebody at home that knows how to tune the guitar until you become skilled at it. But that's what the tuning pegs do. They tighten and loosen the strings to get the strings in tune. Coming down the guitar, this piece of plastic here is called the nut, and it's got 6 grooves cut in it to hold the strings as they travel up towards the tuning pegs. On the neck of the guitar we have these strips of metal which are called frets, F-R-E-T-S. This is the 1st fret, the 2nd fret, the 3rd fret, the 4th fret and so on. And of course if you've got an easy fret kit on your guitar, you can see this 1st fret is all labelled 1, E, 1, B, 1, G. The number refers to the fret, so this one is 2E, 2B, 2G, and of course the letter refers to the string. We'll talk about that in a moment. Coming down the guitar, on the body we have the sound hole, okay, and then the bridge where the strings are attached to the guitar at this end. So those are the parts of the guitar: the head, the neck, the body, the tuning pegs. And by the way, this one down here is for the 1st string. This one is for the 2nd string, or B string. This one is for the 3rd string, or the G string. 4th string, or D string. 5th string, or A string. And 6th string, lowest E string. So it kind of goes anti-clockwise as you go down through your strings. So if you look at this, this one tunes the little E, this one tunes the B, this one tunes the G, this one tunes the D, this one tunes the A, this one tunes the thick E string. Let's talk about the names of the strings. We've got 6 strings. They're actually not made of string, of course. They're made of a mixture of nylon and nylon with steel wrapped around them. You may have a guitar that's got all steel strings, but generally we use nylon strings on these 3 and nylon strings on these 3, but with steel wrapped around them. Let's play the strings and name them as we play them. I'm going to use my thumb for the moment. So this string is the little E string. Remember the word eager. Eager begins with E. This string is the B string. Remember the word beavers. Beavers begins with B. This string is the G string. Remember the word go. Go begins with G. So what have we got so far? Eager, beavers, go. It's kind of a sentence coming, isn't it? This string is the D string. Remember the word dancing. Dancing begins with D. This string is the A string. Remember the word all. All begins with A. This string is the low-pitched E string. Remember the word evening. Evening begins with E. So if we say our sentence now and play our strings, remember to start with the string that's nearest the floor. Eager, beavers, go, dancing, all, evening. And if you want to say the letters, it's E, that's little e, remember? We say this one is little e because we've got 2 E strings. So this one is little e and this one is capital E. That's how we tell the difference on the music. So E, B, G, D, A, and E, capital E. And when we play the strings like this and we don't put any fingers down on the strings, we're simply holding the guitar between our thumb and our index finger of our left hand. We call this playing the strings open. So open E string, open B string, open G string, open D string, open A string, open low pitched E string. So what I do for laughs sometimes, I sing the words as I play the strings. And it starts quite high and goes very low. It's up there, see? Eager beavers go dancing all evening. It's very low there. But that's a pretty good way of remembering which string's which. And the reason the strings are named in the way they are is that when you play the open E string, the note you hear is an E. When you play the open B string, the note you are playing is a note of B. When you play the open G string, it's a note of G you're playing. When you play the open D string, guess what? It's the note D, that's right. When you play the open A string, that's a note of A that you're hearing. And when you play the low-pitched E string, that's right, you're playing the note E. So when you play the open low-pitched E string, you're hearing another note of E. Obviously it's a lot lower than this E here. So those are the open strings. E, B, G, D, A, E. And it's a really good idea to learn those strings off by heart so you know which one's which.